I will never drink moonshine again after this experience that I had. Okay, so this story takes place in November of 2020, and as we all know, we were out of school that year because, well, the Kung Flu virus swept through the nation and the entire world, so they shut down schools. So my buddy was like, hey man, listen, we ain't got nothing to do. I ain't seen my grandparents in a while, and I got this cabin up in Virginia. You know what I mean? It's a 2.5 hour drive. We can go up there and we can hang out in the cabin. You can meet my grandparents and we can all just have a good time. We can hang out and we can have a fire or do whatever. You know what I mean? Fish, hunt, whatever. My buddy just got his license, and so he has a F-150, okay? A little nice F-150. I think it's a 97. Yeah, 97 F-150. So I'm going to name my friends different names because I don't want to, you know, give their real names out to, you know, TikTok and YouTube. So my one friend is going to be called Cracky Chan. And these names are ridiculous on purpose. So my one friend is named Cracky Chan. My other buddy is named Dirty Dan. And my other friend is named Ling Long. Now, Ling Long will not come into the story until later on because he didn't come immediately. He didn't come with us. So basically, my buddy Ling Long said, hey man, listen, I can't go, but I'll drive up there because he had his license too. So we were like, all right, man, that's cool. So we're just going to go ahead and head up there and we'll see you then. So we get in my buddy's truck. We drive the entire way there. We didn't stop one bit. The only time we stopped was for gas, but we didn't stop for sightseeing or nothing. So how my buddy's place is set up is it's just one big road. So you go up the driveway, and the driveway is, you know, a good bit long, and then it's his grandparents' house. You know what I mean? And then you know, the road goes like this. Here's his grandparents' house. And then if you keep going straight, there's the cabin. So we go to his grandparents' house. And we know we're chit-chatting, whatever, you know what I mean? Whatever. And throughout the day, it was a pretty chill day. All we did was really fish. You know, my buddy showed, you know what I mean? Because it's my buddy's childhood cabin, you know what I mean? He was showing memories. You know, we fished. We, you know, watched TV. You know how it is. So then night came. And so Dirty Dan and, you know, Cracky Chan was like, hey, man, like, I don't want to be in this cabin no more. You know, and it's night outside now. So we're going to go outside and make a fire. So at this time, we're making the fire, and then all of a sudden, a truck comes up the driveway, and it is my buddy Ling Long. So we get this fire going, and my buddy pulls out a jar of pineapple moonshine. And I was like, man, where'd you get that? And he was like, man, I stole it from my dad. And I was like, oh, well, whatever, let's drink it now. So if you know anything about moonshine, if you make moonshine too fast and you don't like do it smoothly, it's going to come out and it's going to burn you to hell if you drink it. And that is exactly what this moonshine was. It burned the hell out of me. So I only took one swig of it. You know what I mean? I was like, no, I ain't doing this, man. I ain't getting burned up from this. I mean, it tastes good, but it just burns me up. I'm not doing it. So my buddy Ling Long, he didn't drink it all because he doesn't drink. But Cracky Chan and Dirty Dan drunk the entire mason jar of, you know, moonshine. The mason jar was that big, man. Like, they're chugging it, man. It's like, how are y'all drinking that? So, you know, it's normal at this point. We're sitting around the campfire, and so my buddy was like, hey, man, I got an operation that I think we can pull off. And so we were like, what's the operation? So he proceeds to go out to the field and point at a stump in the ground. And he was like, I want this stump out of the ground right now. And you know how dumb boys are. We're like, yeah, man, we're going to get this stump out right now, man. So we went and found a chain, and we hooked it to the ball. We tied the chain around the ball joint of my buddy's F-150, and then tied the other side of the chain up to the stump. So after we did all that, my buddy gets in the truck, and it's pitch black, by the way. It's dark. And all you can hear is, just tires spinning, man, spinning like hell. So for a good minute, he's just sitting there spinning, and all of a sudden I hear, boom! So after I heard that big noise, I was like, what the hell happened? So I got my phone flashlight out. I shine it around. And, dude, I'm looking at my buddy's truck, and it's done ripped the bumper off my buddy's truck. And I was like, oh, my God. So just to remind y'all, they are drunk. You know what I mean? Dirty Dan and, you know, Cracky Chan are drunk as hell. So they start getting into it because, like, man, why'd you do this, man? You done tore my truck up and all this. And, man, so they start throwing blows. And then my buddy Ling Long and me like, bro, this is terrible. So, you know, my buddy's grandpa must have heard all this commotion. He comes down there yelling like, what the hell are y'all doing? And so it's a big old mess. And my buddy Ling Long and me were like, hey, man, like, I low-key don't even want to be here, bro. I want to leave. And so we got in his truck and drove all the way back home. So, yeah, that's why I will never drink moonshine again after that experience.